last, before I went to the county commission meeting on December 11th, 2024, I had written out a script that I was going to read, a 3-minute script that I was going to read in true hashtag Tell Five People tradition, you know, and this is it. This is the original script that I wrote, you know, and I was going to go down there and read this. You know, I rehearsed it and everything, made sure that it was right at 3 minutes, and you know, it's pretty. I mean, it cuts to the bone, you know, like it was intended to, you know, like I'd done before, 2017 and 2020, you know, and I mean, you, it's pretty critical, let's say. And on Sunday before the county commission meeting, um, this I watched this video. This was in the suggested viewing on my YouTube channel, and I saw this. I used to belong to this church and go there, and but I hadn't, you know, looked at any of their stuff in a while, and I haven't been there. And for some reason, I believe it was divine providence that put that in my feed. So I'm not going to play any of this because it'll be copyright infringement, you know, and all that stuff. But I watched this um, live broadcast that was when was it? It was it's not showing the date for some reason, but anyways, it was the Sunday before. Um, it would have been probably the 9th, if I remember correctly. And you know, and if you look, you can see my comments here in the live chat as the towards the end of the video, you know, because I tuned in kind of late. And but anyways, this sermon really moved me, you know. And I spent the afternoon. I took all my videos down of all of my veteran housing auditor videos and America's broken public housing system videos, and edited them and took as much of the anger and profanity out of them that I could without losing the overall message. And then I rewrote the script that I was going to um, read at the county commission meeting. And I printed it off, and I was in such a hurry to get down to the county commission meeting that, you know, when I got there to the parking garage, I was, you know, in a rush, and I looked through the paperwork, and I didn't see it. I see the old script, a copy of that, and you know, the rules and the request to speak form that I had pre-filled out, you know, and I didn't see the printed revised statement, which was still pretty crucial, you know. So I just left that all in the truck and went inside. And when I got upstairs, and I decided to go 180 degrees in the opposite direction. And I made an apology, to a heartfelt, authentic apology to the administration and the county commissioners. And if you look, you know, at the videos on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and they're all over the internet, but primarily let's focus on the veteran housing auditors and um, the broken, America's broken public housing system videos. And more recently, I created a uh, set of videos about the County Commission's Office of Strategic Initiatives. So check those out because there's a lot of really useful information there, especially if you're dealing with GDPM and you're you know, the Public Housing Authority, and if you're a veteran going out to the Dayton VA, there's a lot of really useful information there, and showing you how these um, one of the best videos that you can watch. After I went to the county commission meeting and I sat around and waited for a couple of days, Debbie Lieberman told me to stay until after the end of the uh, commission meeting and introduced me. I still can't pronounce her name correctly, so I'm not going to butcher that. But um, and I talked to her, and she told me she's going to have somebody call me. So I spent the rest of the afternoon doing nothing, and most of the next morning doing nothing, waiting for somebody to call. And finally, I started calling them, and I created a video about that called "Empty Promises." It might be called "Broken Promises," but "Empty Promises, out of sight, out of mind," or "Broken Promises, out of sight, out of mind." Because that's the way these people are, Unfortunately, that's the way the people at the uh, Greater Dayton Premier Management and out of the Dayton VA. They make all these promises, and then once they get off the phone or get out, get you out of their face, none of it ever happens. So I thought I'd share all that with you, and that is truly sad. I mean, and it's not just me. I mean, they treat everybody like this. So make sure that you like and subscribe to those to my channel anywhere that you find me on the internet, and share this information, and add your own story. If you're a veteran or if you're on public housing vouchers, Section 8, stuff like that, put your story up here because I see your stories, your reviews and stuff all over Google Maps and stuff like that. So I know it's not just me. And veterans, you guys are brave soldiers, but you're afraid to stand up for yourselves and tell your story. Your family. Tell you people will have families, children, grandchildren, stuff like that. Put your story out here. Let it be seen and heard. That's the only way any of this is ever going to change, is if we all unify and share our stories and say, "I do not consent." Those are the most powerful words that you can use when you're dealing with these comfortable liars. I mean, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not mad. After I saw this heavy metal church, first heavy metal church video, I made a transition. By the time that video was over, Pastor Brian Smith had put me on an entirely different trajectory. Because I realized that I was carrying all of this anger and wanting to get even and destroy these people. I was working myself up into such a frenzy that it was destroying my health, and these people, it doesn't hurt them one bit, and you guys got to realize that the same thing's going on with you. If you're getting upset and mad and all that stuff, but these people, it's killing you. It's not hurting them one bit, because as soon as you're out of sight, you're out of mind. Enjoy the holidays, everyone, and look at my videos. There's really good information there, and you know, try to do some of the stuff I'm doing. I'm standing up for my rights and everyone's rights, veterans' rights, uh, family rights. There's a lot of good information on here, and I'm going to keep adding to it. So subscribe so you see the new stuff when it comes out, and look at the Office of Strategic Initiatives video to see what's going on in the county. The reason that Dayton, Ohio stays in the top 10 for the highest murder rates in the country. The city of Dayton, Ohio is in the highest, it's hit top 5 twice for the highest murder rate in the country. So let that sink in. These this Office of Strategic Initiatives creates an open door policy at the jails and the courthouses that puts career criminals of all colors back on our doorsteps, back on our streets, robbing, stealing, and murdering us and each other. Hate knows no color. When you go to the grocery store and you buy, and a loaf of bread costs $4, and a gallon of milk costs $4, and go to the gas station and a gallon of gas is $4, ain't nobody getting a discount for that stuff because of the color of their skin. Okay, nobody gets any discount because of their race, color, or creed, or sexual orientation. So the racism is a tool. The only thing systematic about racism is the system using it against us to keep us fighting with each other while these organizations destroy our lives. Period.